Samuel Pierpont Langley was a well-known figure in America during the late 19th century. He was a professor of astronomy and the secretary of the Smithsonian Institution, yet he wanted to make a discovery on par with Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas Edison. Consequently, he turned to the problem of flight and wanted to be the first person to design a flying machine. In fact, he seemed to be the perfect candidate to achieve this. And as a result, the US War Department sponsored these experiments, and reporters followed him around to record what he was doing. In other words, he had all the right education, all the right connections, all the money he needed, and loads of followers. Yet, when you think of the invention of the aeroplane, his name does not come to mind. Instead, most of us usually think of two brothers, Wilbur and Orville Wright, because they were indeed the first people to design a flying machine. However, if you compare their story to that of Langley, it could not be more different. Neither of the Wright brothers had even a college education. They were not well connected at all and worked in relative obscurity. Nobody followed them around or recorded what they were doing, and they did not have any funders, but used money they made from their own bicycle shop to fund their experiments. And where Langley's prototype cost around $28,000 at that time, theirs cost less than $1,000. Yet they succeeded where he failed. Now, a lot has been written about why this was the case. However, I believe that one of the biggest reasons is in why they pursued this dream. The Wright brothers were driven by the desire to solve the problem of flying. Their purpose was to figure out how to fly. They didn't care about fame and fortune, they just wanted to fly, and that is why they kept on trying even when they failed. They often tried as many as 5 times per day. On the other hand, Langley was driven by his desire to be the first person to design an aerodrome, as he called it. He was driven by personal interest, while they were driven by a purpose that was bigger than themselves. And in the end, they succeeded 9 days after Langley's second, much publicized, failed attempt. It does seem to me that it is vital to be sure what your purpose is, what the reason is that you are doing what you are doing. And when you know the why, it can help you overcome any how. So friends, even if you are small and unknown right now, even if you do not have all the resources you require and you hardly have any followers, I want to encourage you to continue to focus on your purpose, on why you do what you do. Be driven by a purpose bigger than yourself, rather than any self-interest. And who knows, you may just fly higher than you ever thought possible.